What's up, guys? This is Coach Grant with First Down Training, and today we're going to be talking about why you run slow. We're going to be going over 3 tips and 2 drills to help you avoid some of the most common mistakes that will make athletes lose speed. Now, the first reason, guys, that athletes will run slow is that they have improper foot strike. So I don't think a lot of you guys probably run on your heels because nobody does that. I think your heel caves and your heel ends up hitting the ground. So let's talk about why that's a problem. So generally, whenever you run or are doing anything athletic like jumping, you want to stay on the ball of your foot, not your tippy toes, but the ball of your foot, and your heel generally doesn't want to touch the ground. Watch any NFL athlete. I always love watching the punt returners and the kick returners because they're generally the fastest guys on the field. When they are running, their heel never touches the ground. So that's why a lot of guys are slow, because they strike the ground on the ball of their foot and then their heel caves down, heel caves down, heel caves down. And that could be a lack of arch strength in your foot. And how you develop arch strength, everybody knows the bottom arch of their foot. Doing exercises like jump rope, where you have to be on the ball of your foot, will strengthen your arch. And a lot of it is ankle stability. A lot of guys can't support that ball of the foot position because their ankles aren't strong enough. So if you have your heel cracked down, it's hard to drive off of this foot to stride and get your knee up, which we're going to talk about in a second, on the next stride. So guys, make sure whenever you're running, you are not letting your heel cave down and touch the ground. Now, this second mistake, fellas, kind of has to do with not having your heel cave down, but a lot of guys do not have the proper knee drive when they run, which is what makes them slow. Essentially, where you want to be is you want to be a 90-degree angle with your leg, right? And as soon as you strike the ground on the ball of your foot, you want to push off of the ball of your foot to snatch the opposite knee and the opposite toe up. So what happens is a lot of guys, maybe because they lack mobility in their hips, maybe because they lack strength in their hip flexors, they stay on the ball of their foot, but they're not actually driving their knee up. So it could be one of the two, but you need to make sure that we are getting to this 90-degree stride position, as that's how you guys can have longer strides, which will translate to more speed. Now, fellas, before we get into the rest of the tips and drills that we're going to be discussing today, if you're a quarterback or wide receiver watching this and you would like to train with myself and my staff of coaches this offseason, we're going to be traveling out to 15 different cities across the entire U.S. for 2-day-long QB and wide receiver training camps. So guys, check out that very first link in the description below if you want to see the states that we're going to be traveling to for our 2-day-long camps. We limit spots for all of our camps, and we started promoting this back in August. So guys, spots are completely almost sold out for every single camp, and we will sell out, guys, because we limit spots simply because we want to work with each of you on an individual level. If we have 1 million people in a group, it's very hard to coach up each athlete because everybody's got to get reps. So we limit spots, so if you screw up, we can talk to you, explain what you did wrong. Every single video that you see of us training an athlete is exactly how we treat everybody. So guys, we'd love to have you attend. Again, very first link in that description below. We'd love to have you out there. Now, the next mistake that a lot of athletes will make that limit their speed is their arm swings, okay, you guys? So there's 2 mistakes that athletes will make, is that when they run, their arms go across. So they're not necessarily working in a straight line, if you will. So again, shortest distance between 2 objects is straight across, right? So that's essentially what you want to think about with your arms. You don't want to be doing this because you're working against your body and you're working against the direction that you're ultimately trying to move. Second mistake guys will make is that when they run, they're not driving from their shoulder, right? You want to think of your shoulder as a big swinging clock, but you never break 90 degrees. A lot of guys will go here and then they flatten, here, flatten, and you're not getting any drive from your shoulder in the direction that we are trying to run. So remember, we want to have a sharp 90-degree angle. You want to be relaxed too. You don't want to be tense. You want to be relaxed, and we're just swinging at my shoulders, right past my pockets, right up to my cheek, right past my pockets, right up to my cheek, and you want those shoulders to be working with your strides. If you guys can avoid those 2 mistakes, I feel you have proper upper body running mechanics. Now, fellas, this first drill we're going to be going over, because now we're going to get into 2 drills that'll help your speed improve, is going to be a single leg bounding skip. So what this works on is you guys being able to generate explosion from the ball of your foot to help you guys drive your knee and drive your toe up. A lot of times when you train speed, what you're always trying to focus on doing is being as explosive as possible and exerting all out effort. So what does that mean? Every single athlete has 2 types of muscle fibers. You have slow twitch fibers and fast twitch fibers. You want to increase the count of fast twitch fibers that you have in your body by exerting all out effort on certain exercises and drills that you do. And that means you're trying to give out all out effort, because when you sprint, you're trying to do the exact same thing. So on each one of these skips, we are trying to jump as high as we can off the ball of my foot. So all you're going to do, you're going to need a cone. You want to do this for about 20 yards, you guys, and do 3 sets of 20 yards. But essentially, you're going to jump off the right foot, land again, jump off the left, land again, jump off the right. And every single time you're trying to explode off the ball of your foot to jump as high as we can. So when we run, we're a little bit more comfortable striking and pushing off that ball of the foot when I'm taking my stride. So I'm gonna show you how this should look full speed. Great drill to help improve that explosive drive off the ball of your foot. Now this next drill, fellas, is going to improve arch strength and it's going to improve ankle stability, which helps you stay on the ball of your foot when you run and not have that heel cave down. That heel caving down when you stride, right? You land on the ball of your foot, then your heel caves down, heel caves down. That's something that's very, very hard to work on just by running. So doing different drills that kind of force you to stay on the ball of your foot the entire time is going to help you improve that a lot easier. So you need a PVC pipe. If you don't have a PVC pipe, you could use a baseball bat. You could set up a line of cones, just anything that prevents your heels from touching the ground. And you're gonna set a 10-second timer on your phone. And all you're going to do is gonna be like a bunny hop, where you're hopping on 2 feet, but you're gonna be hopping forward, hopping back, hopping forward, hopping back. And we're trying to move as fast as we possibly can. And we'll show this full speed in a second. But all you're gonna do is you're gonna hop, 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 and make sure that your heel, your cleat, whatever it is, does not hit the PVC pipe. It's a little bit easier to do when you're moving faster. One piece of advice I could give you is don't get too forward with your head past your toes, but don't lean back too far. You want your head nice and even with your hips, nice athletic stance, and we're just popping back and forth. So I'm gonna show you how this should look full speed. I recommend doing 4 sets of that 10-second timer.